I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. It is time for another recent video games pickups video. This one doesn't have any particular theme, it's just a bunch of random stuff I've got from various places over the last couple of months that didn't fit into any other video, so show them off all together. So we start off with an American Super Nintendo game. I have the NES version of this game, and this one's completely different on the Super Nintendo. It's supposed to not be anywhere near as good as the NES version, but it was cheap, I wanted to pick it up, and it is James Bond Jr. I loved the show as a kid, big fan of the NES game, so yeah, thought I'd grab this while it was cheap. Yeah, it looks like it's got lots of different genres that you can play. Like the first level you start off with a bit of running and jumping and shooting, and then as soon as you finish the first level, which is very short, you're immediately thrown into a plane or a helicopter. Can't remember offhand, it's been a while since I recorded the footage, and it turns into a shoot 'em up, you know. Yeah, and then after that, I'm assuming there's more sort of run and gunny style levels and things, but yeah, never really got past the shooting stage. I kept dying, yeah. Oh well, yeah, it was cheap, added to my collection. James Bond Jr., always a fancy kid. One for my wrestling collection. I haven't played it because I don't have the system for it. Hopefully I'll have some emulated footage of it, although I do have trouble sometimes getting footage for these. The emulation it never seems to work for me. But yeah, this is Maniac Pro Wrestling. Yeah, for the TurboGrafx 16 or the PC Engine, whatever. It's Japanese, so I guess the PC Engine. Case is a little bit broken, but yeah, there it is, the hue card. The manual, of course, there as part of the cover. Just, like I said, one for my wrestling game collection. No idea what it's like. Hopefully I'll have some footage shown over this. Yeah, whatever. Next, cheap PSP game I just randomly picked up. That is Space Invaders Evolution. So here you have two versions of Space Invaders. You have the original one, then you have the Evolution version. Which is kind of terrible. I played it for a little while. I was like, what the hell even is that? It just... I don't know. It's just really weird. It was kind of similar to the original, but you had different view types. You could make it like first person 3D, or you could like second person 3D, or make it look like the original. And it was just really weird how I kept killing things, and then like more things spawned, or you could move like left and right, go all the way around in a circle type thing. And I just never really understood it. Yeah, just stick to normal Space Invaders, to be honest. Yeah, it was cheap, whatever. Next, cheap original Xbox game. I own this already on the GameCube, but I own the sequel on the original Xbox. I thought I'll get the Xbox version as well, and that is Rocky. Really fun arcade-style boxing game based on the Rocky films, obviously. You play as Rocky and go through all the different films that were out at the time, basically 1 to 5, beat people up, do some training in between, get some story. Yeah, very, very fun. Just happy to own another version of it. Now we have a game that I own on the PS2, but it's not the best version, obviously. I had it on the Xbox back in the day. I remember buying it with some Christmas money, going into a shop, buying it, and it was like 2 games for so much, so I got this one and some other random game, but I eventually sold it off because I was stupid back then, sold off games. So picked up now on the Xbox, the version that I wanted, Futurama. Really, really fun 3D action platformer. Yeah, it's much more of an action game than a traditional 3D platformer. It's not a collectathon or anything like that, but yeah, based on Futurama, really fun story, great voice acting from the original cast. The story's written by the original writers, and yeah, it's a very, very good TV show video game, and in my opinion, it's up there with Simpsons Hit and Run as far as TV show to video game transition. Yeah, gets overlooked a lot, I think, just because of Simpsons Hit and Run. Really, really good. Always enjoyed it. Next is a semi-Holy Grail pickup, I guess, because this game wasn't released in Europe. I don't even think it was released in Japan. It was American only on the original Xbox. It's from a series that I absolutely love, so I always wanted it. But all the sellers on eBay and online and things were always from America or Canada, so while you'd pay £20, £25 for the game, you would then have that same amount in shipping. I got lucky, got it from an English seller, and he accepted an offer £5 below what it was charging, so I got it for £20. The only thing wrong with it is it comes in a red case rather than the traditional proper Xbox green case. I just need to buy a cheap Xbox game and replace the case. Yeah, and it is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X. a remake, remaster, whatever, of the Tony Hawk's 2 game for the original Xbox. Looks and plays absolutely fantastic. All the soundtrack is there, unlike Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 that they released. Some of the songs are missing, a bit different, just because of licensing over the years. It's been like 20 odd years. Yeah, this has everything in it. And once you complete Tony Hawk's 2, you then unlock Tony Hawk's 1 as well. And I think there might be a couple of exclusive levels to this, maybe. Not entirely sure. Yeah. I was recording footage for this, like, I'll just play the first warehouse level and be done with it. 4 levels later I decided, okay, maybe I should stop playing and record footage for another game now. Yeah, once I start playing Tony Hawk's games, I just want to complete them. Yeah, very, very fun. Really happy to finally own that. Next, a game that I currently haven't even opened. I might not have footage for this one. I don't know if I'm going to play it before the video comes out or not. We'll see. But I picked this up because the fact that it got a physical release was pretty surprising. I think everyone thought it was just going to end up digital only because it took so long to get made. It had different funding from different places. It was a bit of a mess. I think people were surprised it came out in general. But then it did, and the only version available was £55. That was just it. That was the set price everywhere. Could not find it any cheaper. It's currently on some other websites for more now. We go on eBay, it costs more. You know, people are selling it for up to like 80 quid because they're crazy. So I decided, okay, I'll buy it because on the Game Collection website that I buy a lot of my games from, thegamecollection.net, you get reward points when you buy stuff, and I had £21 in reward points. So I decided to use them and get Psychonauts 2. The Mother Lobe edition, which comes with the lenticular sleeve, 6 premium stickers, 6 art cards, digital download of exclusive behind-the-scenes development work. Yeah, so they didn't have a regular edition, just the Mother Lobe edition, and that's why I guess why they justify the £55 for it. But finally own it now. I own Psychonauts, the original on the original Xbox, then I own the limited run physical release on the PlayStation 4, so now I also have this on the PlayStation 4. Really, really cool. Another game I haven't opened yet, just got it the other day. It's for the 3DS, and obviously now the 3DS, the eShop's shut. Getting physical games now is going to get expensive. You can always just mod your 3DS, really easy to do. But yeah, I still like a physical collection. There are very few physical games I want for the system now. I mean, pretty much there's one wrestling game and then a couple of Japanese Dragon Quest games that I want for it. And that's it. So this was kind of the last one really that I wanted to get that I can get brand new. It's already going up in price, but I was very lucky, got it on Amazon for the same price brand new as it would cost me to get it pre-owned anywhere else. Had to wait over a month for it to finally ship, but yep, got it. Luigis Mansion. Yes, not Luigi's Mansion 2, The Dark Moon, but Luigi's Mansion 1, which for some reason they decided to remake on the 3DS. After the Switch was already out. Really weird, but apparently it's a very good remake, port, whatever, of Luigi's Mansion. Has a few different... the controls aren't quite the same as you would expect on the console with the fantastic GameCube controller. But all in all, it's supposed to be really, really good. And yeah, it's getting up in price now. I paid $30 for it, brand new sealed. Like I said, it took a month to come, but I've got it now, so yay. And getting it pre-owned is about that price, plus a bit more depending on where you look. So if you're after it, pick it up now because, like a lot of 3DS games, it's just going to skyrocket now. Or just, mod your 3DS. I'm not your mother, you can do what you want. And lastly, absolutely a holy grail. This is one to knock off of my top 10 most wanted games list. I do a video every year now where I go through a list of top 10 games that I really want to pick up within that year. It's actually coming up. I do it in May, so yeah, won't be long before I do the next one. This will be knocked off the list. I was looking to buy this at the big video gaming market in February. I was willing to spend £120 on it. I had the money I'd saved up. I was willing to spend it because that was the going price. Nobody had it. Or if they did, someone bought it before I saw it. So I came away without it. Probably a good thing, because I got it for 90. And that is Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door for the GameCube. Very sought after GameCube game. So happy that I finally own it. It's in fantastic condition. Nice completing box, of course. The PAL version as well. Sometimes, getting the American versions for the GameCube can be cheaper. Not this one. The American version is actually more expensive, so I just went with the PAL version. And yeah, I have also played through it all. Played through it the first week that I got it, and it's a very, very good game. It has issues. Backtracking, mainly. Lots of backtracking. And a very poor fast travel system, which isn't particularly fast. Yeah, but other than that, really great game. Probably not worth the 90 that I paid for it. I think it's more of a £60 game, but people want it and it keeps going up in price. So, yeah, I'm okay with 90 for it. Very happy to finally add it to the collection and knock it off my top 10 most wanted games list. Whew. Yeah, so that is just a bundle of random games that I picked up over the last couple of months. A Holy Grail pickup, a half Holy Grail pickup, a couple of sealed games there that obviously I will open and play at some point, some wrestling games from my collection, and some cheap Xbox games. Really, really fun stuff. So, I'm Big Cal, thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of my pickups, let me know what you've bought lately, and I'll see you again next time.